a very interesting weather today. Look at the mist sort of rolling slightly above the ground. I suppose it's because it was fairly cold all of a sudden in the night, and now the sun is heating up the ground. I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist obviously, so I don't know what's behind these phenomena and occurrences, but it's quite cold, and the air is very, very sort of moist, very humid. So, you know, that was just my take on this. But what do I know? Yeah, but it's quite spectacular, I would say, along with the sunrise. Yeah. Well, you can hear the raven. The raven. It sounded like the raven. Now we can hear a raven. Unfortunately, it's not the raven because I don't know him or her. I wish I would, though. Would love to have a the raven friend. But see, they're still there. Interesting that they really find those. Well, I mean, they're omnivores, you know, so makes sense. It's a free food for them, so they're hanging around and yeah, just munching on whatever the gamekeepers put in there. Hey, buddy. He's right up there. Hey, man. Beautiful birds. Beautiful birds. Yeah. Reiku, ueto, jo? It's almost all gone. Yeah, so clearly a major success among the, well, at least the ravens. Oh, good boy, good boy. Ow. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty nice, huh? Along with the raven crows. It's very mystical. Wow, look at that. That is very beautiful. Yeah. I think, you know where it's gonna be beautiful? Once we cross the woods there, and there's this rolling hill where there's always this beautiful sort of sunrise hitting that hill. I think it's gonna be pretty spectacular there. It's usually above the mist. Draco! Shop! It's like, what are you eating, man? Come on. Was that grass? Maybe, I don't know. Good boy. Because, you know, the ravens are carrying around whatever they find. Sometimes it's a piece of bone, sometimes it's a piece of skin, sometimes it's some meat. And, you know, Drake is finding those little bits here and there, and he's munching on them. So, yeah. Well, well, well. Now, hear that? Find your purpose. It's a flute-like song. That's a black cap, Sylvia Tricapilla. And what we've heard there, find your purpose, that was a wood pigeon's call. Haven't heard it for some time. Oh, what is it? Nothing, I guess. Riku, puoi di me? Oh yeah, he's gonna join us. That was a wood pigeon's call. Got a nice raven soundtrack. Interesting, I really don't remember that many ravens here. Like in the previous years. Good boy, of course, good boy. Hold on, let me find. There you go. Yeah, I don't remember this many ravens in the previous years. That's good, that's good. I love ravens. Oh yeah, there's the trees we've cleared out recently. Now we can walk through freely. Well, semi-freely. Okie doke. Wow, look at that tree there. Oh, that also probably fell recently. See how it's sort of tilted out of the ground? And it actually leaned on to this one. And someone, is this recent, the marks? This looks pretty recent. I think someone was, I don't recall those marks here. I don't know if they were here like 2 days ago. I'm not sure. But someone's gonna fell this tree, unfortunately. Even though it's healthy, but it's like this one is propped up against it. So someone was here probably recently. Or I just don't remember the marks, I don't know. But these trees are gonna be felled, which I don't quite understand because they're healthy trees apparently. But there's plenty of wood here. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't remember these marks. They're like everywhere now, like here as well. Okay, so that's new. So there's probably gonna be some forester activity soon. Yeah, those are fresh marks for sure. I don't know, maybe you remember that they were there, but I don't remember them. No, those are fresh marks. Okay, well, too bad. Hold on, Drake, hold on. Ew. Oh, all right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's marks everywhere now. And I would definitely, wow, this is an interesting tree. I haven't noticed that one before. See, it's starting from the same base, but it grows into 3 separate trees. Wow, they're all dry. But yeah, it's all marked down, and it wasn't, definitely. So I think what I was, saying about like how great it is that they're leaving it there, leaving it lying in here, I think it's about to change. I'm not sure when, but those marks are a little bit of a hint that whoever manages this part is going to come and do something about it. Unfortunately, I mean, then probably there's going to be a clearer way for us to go through, which is going to be probably the only upside. But I like it. I like the way it is now. So it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. There's chiff-chaffs. They also do this. I'm not sure if you... This. They, apart from chiff-chaff, they also do this. This kind of sort of contact call, and they do this a lot in between the actual chiff-chaff. So just in case you hear that, know that it can also be a chiff-chaff, or like most likely is, or another Philoscopus warbler. Yeah. Although wood warbler is doing, if I remember correctly, he's doing like a different thing. He doesn't do. I think that only is done by chiff-chaff. And I think wood. No, hold on, not wood, but willow warbler is doing something similar. But this is a specific thing for a chiff-chaff. Yeah. Now this up there is great tit. Again, song I probably never heard because they have extreme variability. But yeah, that's definitely a great tit. And now that's what I was talking about. Look at that. This part here. Wow, yeah. That is cool. Look at the tree completely sort of drowned in that mist, but it's still kind of poking out of it. Wow. That is something. That is something. Wow. Very, very beautiful. Ooh. Nice. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed ever, but there's the thing down on the top of the hill there. It's a wooden overlook. Is it overlook, outlook? Yeah, overlook, outlook. You know, a place where you climb onto and then you see beautiful views all around. I don't know if we want to go that way though, because Draco. There are all very often there are rabbits. So I wouldn't rather. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to try our luck there, really, because that can end up in Drake's psychoactive mode, and we wouldn't see the end of it. Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, that's a wooden overlook and outlook, whatever. And there's really, truly a beautiful view from up there. You can see the capital. You can see, well, 360 view, and excuse me. 360 view and absolutely gorgeous. Like definitely one of my top favorite outlooks of all time. It's truly, truly beautiful, and the outlook itself is made out of wooden logs. It's like in a style of an old sort of cottage, and it's really, really, really impressive and beautiful, and really well made, and quite new actually. I think it was built in. Wow, look at this! It was built in 2015 or something like that. Like very, very recently, and it's very well maintained. And we have this sort of a new, what do you call it? Not a habit, but ritual. I don't know what you want to call it, but we actually go there for New Year's Eve on exactly. Wow, hear that? Wow, I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but that was 2 buzzards. And the sound they were making, they were copulating right in that moment. I saw it. Yeah, they were mating. Wow, I've never seen that actually. I've seen kestrels, and of course many other birds, but I don't think I've ever seen this larger bird of prey, like buzzard. And they make sounds through, like, wow, that's interesting. Huh. Wow, I hope it was caught on camera, but I don't know if I was pointing it upwards enough so you could see it. But yeah, they were up on that dried up pine tree, and they were doing it. They were. What was that? Oh, there's a. Wow. Small bird. I think that was wren. Maybe they have a nest here somewhere. So yeah, they were copulating. So that's that was a future buzzard generation in the making, right there. And those sounds, that's interesting. Wow, I didn't know they makes any sounds during the copulation. That's pretty interesting. And I think actually, I talked about it once in the video that actually I was attacked here by a female buzzard, and I think they have not only like a territory, but they have actual nests. Oh, remember that nest we've seen there? And I was like, I'm not sure if that's a nest of a it's like, oh, it goes like a month back, maybe even older. But I was talking about a nest that was up there, if you could see it, and that it's definitely a big bird of prey nest. Oh, Drake's losing it. Hold on. Draco, tandeme. Draco. Tarideme, tamne. See, that's what I'm talking about, you know? That's what I talked about in the last video. Like, he's just, I guess it's the spraying and the smells and the tracks and all of that. But yeah, he's acting this way for the past few weeks or months, or I don't know. No, back. Good boy. No. And I never know, like, I mean, is he gonna take off and disappear for an hour, or, you know? And I know I said yesterday I don't give a shit anymore, but there's just like one little thing that still bothers me, and that is if there is, first of all, I don't want him to hurt any animal, you know, like the experience with the deer, and I had a couple of experiences with a rabbit. I just don't want anything for any animal to get hurt, you know. I really do not want that. So that's one thing that still kind of holds me to, you know, like still kind of still remains. This is, god damn it, man. Oh, there was a brain short circuit right there. God damn it. Okay, hold on one more time. So that's why I'm still invested, is because I don't want any animal to get hurt. And another reason is that I don't want Drake to find some carcass or something that he's gonna bathe himself in, then chew it on, and then he's gonna come home like completely dirty. He's gonna puke it all out. So I don't want that to happen. So these are two things why I'm still kind of like cautious and trying to watch out and watch after Drake when he does these erratic things. Otherwise, I trust him, you know. I know he's gonna, even if he disappears into the woods, I know he's gonna come back. He knows it here very well, and he's got great memory. I remember once we went on a trip where he never was before, and he got lost there, and we couldn't find him, and what he did is he returned back to the car where he started, and he waited us there the whole time. So he's got perfect sense of orientation, and he knows like what to do when he gets lost. He's not completely clueless, and here he knows it. He knows it so well. Like this, he knows it the most of all places. So when he gets lost here, I have absolutely zero doubt he's gonna come back, and he knows how to come back. But there are still these two things that I am worried about, which is other animals. But you know, as I said, he's got very severe arthritis in his hind leg, and he's three-legged, right? So I mean, it sounds like from some sort of a anecdote or like a joke, a three-legged dog with it. Like, you know, it's like there's like, I meant like, you know, that he's three-legged and he's got arthritis, you know, so like the idea of him chasing down and hunting down an animal sounds bizarre. But as you could see, something can occur, like, you know, the thing with the deer, and he can actually chase down an animal, unfortunately, in very rare cases. And I think, you know, by the way, the reason why he's so fast and he's so agile and, you know, running around like that is because he's on medicine. He's on meds, you know. We give him, we inject him with, it's called Librela, which is essentially something that blocks pain receptors from his body. Like, it blocks completely pain receptors, so he doesn't feel any pain. Because if he wouldn't have that, he would definitely not be running around like that. He would definitely be in some pain at some form of pain, and he would definitely be very limited in terms of like how he can move, how fast he can run. And it was actually problematic because he was he had troubles getting up, and he was whining, and we had to actually help him get up when he was in his bed or on the garden, and he wanted to stood up. Like, he had troubles doing that. So now with the injections, he's like new, like completely. There is no sign of him being in pain. There is no sign of him having any troubles, but he's still got arthritis, obviously. You know, that's not gonna, unfortunately, that's not gonna improve. You can just slow it down, and you can sort of try and manage the pain as much as you can. But unfortunately, arthritis is not gonna go away. So that's just a bit of an explanation. But even with that, he's still three-legged, and there's still only so much. There's a person running. Hopefully he's not gonna run after that person. I think it's our neighbor, so should be fine. He's always super curious, and sometimes people are spooked and scared by that. He runs towards them, but not because he wants to jump on them or something, but because he's just super curious and he wants to sniff the person, and you know. And sometimes yeah, that's our neighbor. That is our neighbor. And yeah, and sometimes people get spooked by that, you know. They get freaked out because they think Drake's gonna jump on them or like attack them or something, because he's running quite fast. But the only thing that he does is like he sort of approaches you, sniffs you from a distance, and he goes on like on his merry way again, you know. But I understand if you don't know him, then of course if you see a dog running towards you, then you know you don't know what to expect, right? It's completely understandable. But anyway, not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to say is that Drake is still three-legged, and there is only so much speed he can generate. But he's quite fast, you know, for a three-legged dog. I mean, you saw it a couple times yourself. But what I was talking about is that nest up there. I was talking about that it's definitely a nest of a bird of prey, and sure enough, it is. That must be their nest. The size was pretty much, yeah, what a buzzard would make. I wasn't sure if it's either a buzzard or goshawk, you know, if I remember correctly. That's what I was saying. And now we got a proof that it's a buzzard. It's definitely going to be their nest for sure. So we can actually check it up, see if they're there sitting on the nest. Right now they're copulating clearly, so they are in the process of laying the eggs. But once they lay all the eggs, which is probably going to be either today, tomorrow, I don't know how many eggs they lay, probably 2, 3, 4, something like that. So once they're done, they're going to start sitting on those eggs. So we're gonna check that, see if we can see them up there. But that was pretty cool. And apparently they're making sounds when they make love. So that's pretty cool. And interesting too, I didn't know. And I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, the thing, because that's where we got interrupted by the buzzards. That we have a habit of going there on a New Year's Eve on the lookout, and we are there, and oh come on, what is it, Drake again? We go out there for the midnight to see, you know, all the fireworks and see the view of the capital city and you know, everything around us. And there's like tons of fireworks, obviously, which, by the way, I'm not a fan of at all. But it's a nice place to spend the midnight, you know, sort of like be there for an hour or so and then just go back home. And we got it fairly close to our home, so yeah, it's something I thought might be a nice idea. And last year we were there for the first time, and we thought we were going to be there alone, but there were like 2 guys, which was very surprising because it's closed. Officially it's closed, but unofficially it's open because there's no lock or anything, so you can go there. And there were 2 people, there were 2 guys. And this year actually, or like this New Year's Eve, it was full of people. Like we barely sort of fit in there. Like there were like, I don't know, maybe 15 people in total. So I hope that was a rare occasion. I hope that's not going to become a thing, but probably more and more people will realize it's a pretty good spot for New Year's Eve. So yeah, but it's a really nice spot to spend your New Year's Eve, I gotta admit. Otherwise, I'm like not fond of at all of these celebrations and like the fireworks. I find it like, if you like fireworks, I'm sorry, but I find it pretty stupid. I cannot see the merit of it. It's you know, really littering the environment and filling the air and the ground and everything with like toxic materials, and it's scaring the shit out of the wildlife completely, and it's causing a lot of problems. For instance, in the capital city, there are a lot of animals that actually get hurt because they get spooked out by the fireworks. Like for instance, swans, they get spooked up, they fly up, and they fly erratically in the night, and they hit, for instance, power lines, and they decapitate themselves, you know, or they break their wings or something, you know. And it's pretty gruesome, you know. Some of the accidents are really bloody and fatal and very, very painful for the birds. So it's pretty shitty sort of entertainment, if you ask me. And I think it's really time we come up with something else, because I think it's really, really, really sort of savage entertainment, in my opinion, really. But that's my opinion. You might say, hey, it's so much fun because, I don't know, there's a lot of colors, but from what I've heard, you can actually make fireworks without the boom, without the sound effects, you know, so that it would just be the light, just light. I don't know if it's true. I never actually fact checked this, but apparently you can make fireworks that do not explode. I mean, they obviously have to explode, but they don't have to make such a loud noises, you know. But apparently that's why they make it intentionally loud, because that's apparently part of the fun. I don't know where's fun in that, but hell, like, maybe you can tell me. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off with that.